So now I want to turn to U.S. politics. You have um, expressed sentiments of support for Bernie Sanders. What are some ways that perhaps his outlook might fall short? I know you've described him as a New Deal Democrat. How are some way? What are some ways that he can change to fit more, to express more the needs of the American people?
Well, I think it's first of all kind of academic. The chances that Sanders will win the nomination, I think, are not great. The main reason is this tremendous attack on him. Just take a look at how he's treated in the media. It's pretty obvious just from reading, but there's a good study about it by In These Times. They published a detailed study, factual study of how the media have been handling Sanders. So I think all stops will be pulled to make sure that he doesn't get the nomination. If he gets the nomination, the attacks will be wild. We'll get the whole Republican propaganda machine going after this Jewish atheist, wants to kill all the whites, and on and on. The chances he could be elected are pretty small. But if he does get elected, miracle, he won't have Congress. How are you going to win Congress? The Congress is, the U.S. electoral system is structurally constructed so that the reactionary elements have an overwhelming advantage. Like in the last election, I think the Democrats won Senate by about 12 million votes, but they lost the Senate. That happens all the time. There's a structural effect that maximizes the effect of the rural, white, conservative, where's our America, traditional vote. Democratic votes tend to be concentrated in the cities, which most of them are lost, plus the gerrymandering and the voter suppression and everything else. So there has to be an enormous Democratic victory for them to win Congress, which is unlikely. Furthermore, even if you win Congress, most of the people elected among the Democrats are basically what they call blue dog Democrats, moderate Republicans. They're not going to support Sanders' plans. On top of all of that, the fact is that U.S. politics are dominated by wealth. We see that all the time. The wealthy basically control the legislation. So the barriers against carrying out progressive legislation are quite high. So it could happen, but it would require an enormous popular mobilization, the kind that took place in the 1930s that enabled the New Deal measures to be carried.